All right. All right, I will call to order the Common Council meeting on April 11th at 7:30 p.m. First on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Alder Allen.
Present.
Alder Radafrada.
Here.
Alder Gerhardt.
Here.
Alder Herbst.
Here.
Alder Maldonado.
Here.
Mayor Richardson.
Here.
Alder Strassman.
Here.
Alder Udell.
Here.
Alder Wheeler.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mayor.
All right, thank you. All right, first up is mayoral proclamation recognizing April 15, 2023 as Dark Sky Week. Got a couple of guests with us here today. We'll just right up in front and center. All right, I'll read this first and then have you introduce yourselves. So, like I mentioned, we're recognizing April 15th, 22nd as Dark Sky Week, whereas it is recognized that the continued existence of light pollution as a standard living condition for over 83% of all people has clear and detrimental impacts on the health and wellness of every citizen of the city of Fitchburg, regardless of where in the city they live, and on the health and survival of the wide diversity of wildlife and habitats within its urban borders. And whereas light pollution represents a waste of natural resources, amounting to roughly $3 billion per year of wasted energy in the United States, and contributes to diminished energy security. And whereas the city of Fitchburg has a proud heritage of incorporating green spaces and the engagement with the natural world is valued and prioritized in the decision-making process of city governance, and the safety of every citizen is a fundamental product of this effective governance. And whereas the city of Fitchburg is the home of the former University of Wisconsin-Madison's historic student observatory, now rededicated as the Bell Burnell Observatory, and its close proximity to the UW Space Place, the Madison Metropolitan School District Planetarium, and the Madison Astronomical Society. Is the city recognized as a center for the exploration of the universe through research and an educational focus on the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, through which we explore and engage with the cosmos around us. And whereas the 5 principles of responsible outdoor lighting, promoted by the International Dark Sky Association, state that lighting must be useful, targeted, at the lowest useful intensity, controlled to be on only when needed, and of the warmest possible color. And whereas the city of Fitchburg encourages the use of dark sky lighting in development projects, and whereas light pollution is an issue that can be greatly impacted and mitigated in its negative impact through effective education, development of community awareness, and action steps to focus on light pollution issues. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Aaron Richardson, Mayor of Fitchburg, Wisconsin, hereby proclaim April 15th through April 22nd, 2023, in alignment with the International Dark Sky Association, as Dark Sky Week in the city of Fitchburg, and ask each resident to join me not only in observing and pondering this important week, but also in raising awareness and support for protecting our dark skies resources. And we've got a couple people with us who actually reached out to me and asked me to do this, and was happy to do that. I know we've talked a lot about dark sky and making sure we have cutoff lighting, and so it seemed very appropriate. I know that we're looking at updating our standards as well. And so we've got Ben from the Madison School District Planetarium, and we also have Amy from BTC, part of ProMega as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about kind of what you do at both places maybe, and why you reached out? I know there's a group of people that you reached out to me with.
Sure, very briefly, I'm Ben Sensen, director of the MMSD Planetarium and amateur astronomer. And we're just aligning with the International Dark Sky Association, trying to recognize that it's the most selfish and greedy thing we could ever do to have effective lighting, because it reduces carbon footprint, saves us money, and makes our communities actually safer. And so we are reaching out to all the communities of Dane County, and we'll do so again next year. And do this all over again, trying to get unanimous coverage of the municipalities in our area.
Sure. Thanks, Ben, for, first of all, bringing the proclamation to our attention. So I'm Amy Prevost with the BTC Institute. I'm the education director, and we are starting to run programs, educational programs, at the Bell Burnell Observatory right up the road. And so this is, of course, of interest to us as well, and we're really excited and thankful that you were willing to do this. Okay, thanks.
And if you have some copies,
Thank you.
I don't know if you know someone else that might want one.
Absolutely.
Have extra on
Okay,
there too.
thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yep,
Thank you.
all right.
More photo.
Okay, thanks.
And we also have one person that wants to speak on a non-agenda item. We have Jason Ladwig here. Jason, if you want to come up and speak to Jason, you're up. Yeah, the non-agenda items right away.
Good evening, I'm Jason Ladwig, I'm with the fire department. I'm the union rep for firefighters local 311. I'm here tonight to formally invite everybody on the council to Fire Ops 101. I sent an email to everybody March 31st with this flyer to give you guys a heads up, but like I said, I wanted to come here tonight and personally invite everybody to it. What Fire Ops 101 is, it's you get to do our job for the day. And you're going to have 4 Fitchburg firefighters there as your instructors, or as part of the instructor staff. You get to crawl into a smoky building, search for victims, do auto extrication, and run an emergency medical call. We ran this in 2010 at Madison College. The council and the mayor at the time were invited, and nobody came, so that was kind of disappointing. So hopefully everybody can, or not everybody, but most of you can put that on your calendar and come, and it's a great learning experience. On that email that I sent everybody is a link to a YouTube video that explains exactly what Fire Ops 101 is. So I'm open for questions. I had my phone number and my email address on that email, so if anybody wants to reach out to me with questions, I hope to see you all there. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much. All right, and then that's all I have for non-agenda items. I have a couple people who want to speak on the consent agenda. So first, I guess if we can do a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Jay. Second. Seconded by Randy. First, it doesn't matter to me. Leslie, do you want to go first and speak?
I'm Leslie Jorgensen. I live at 2325 South Seminole Highway, right at the end of Seminole at Wayland. And I am talking, I know this, you're going to send it through to the next committee, but I just wanted to get my word in here about the conditional use permit for Fitchburg Hills coming up. And I'm opposed to this. It's Fitchburg Hills is the company that owns the land just east on Lacey, or west on Lacey Road. And Yahara Materials will be the company that will be removing the stone from the proposed quarry.